Meeting Lucifer was very anticlimactic. The devil was a portly, weak-chinned gentleman, wearing small spectacles on a sweaty nose. He wore a wrinkled grey-striped suit with mismatched socks. The only way Brendan was able to tell who he was by the snake-like scarlet tail that followed him, as well as two small horns embedded into his forehead, a sticky name tag that read, Luce. Brendan Rames, was it? You're finally here. Time to go. Luce was a direct talker, a very impatient man. Brendan had to sprint to keep up with his pudgy demon as they walked down a fiery hallway, passing various doors of infinite torture. Brendan swallowed hard as he saw unfortunates suffocated by fiberglass, molting hot lead scrubbed through their intestines, testicles punctured with toothpicks. Hope none of them were for me, he thought. Don't worry, they aren't, Lucifer said to Brendan. He twitched in surprise. Everyone has their own evil. It's part of my system. Keeps downstairs from getting monotonous, while Luce's voice jumped with enthusiasm. His eyes were cold glaciers amidst the hellfire. Burning down an animal shelter, eh? Big man. How many kitties got barbecued? Must have smelled like burnt feathers and boiled fish. Anyhow, you know what they say. Go big or go atheist. He stopped at a metallic slated gate, a branded sign displaying Animal Shelter. Brendan was shoved quickly as the door was unlocked. The chamber was spacious, having a high ceiling that could fit a full-grown elephant. Well, it needed to be, as most of the room was occupied by an absolutely giant, putrid, olive-covered Labrador. It didn't seem possible, but Brendan saw the monster blink and wag a sewer pipe-sized tail. Luce stood in the doorway, blocking the only exit. Mr. Rames, you have the honor of becoming my new dog sitter. My baby here is named Freddy. He's a good boy. I'm sure you'll get along fine. Luce gave a hint of a smile, tapped Brendan's shoulder with his infernal hand and withdrew, locking the door behind him. Brendan smiled widely at Freddy. This is hell? A dog sitter? A piece of cake until the end of days? He began laughing, scratching Freddy's forearm the size of an oil truck. But he stopped laughing when Freddy began to grin back at him. Freddy had cavities, his yellow teeth mostly enamel shards after eons of chewing. His tongue was the size of a mattress, smeared with a thick layer of broken glass and bloody saliva. Freddy dropped his head and gave Brendan a big, friendly lick. Brendan screeched as his chest and face were eroded away by the tongue. His body now vaguely resembled a twitching piece of ground beef. He slammed to the ground, immobilized from the pain. However, Freddy was energetic and relentless. He picked the minuscule figure up with his massive maw and began to chomp, happily ignoring the muffled screaming from within. You see, Freddy's brain was hardwired for just one activity stuck on an eternal repeat. Playtime.